Hello viewers, in this section we're going to learn about the basic difference between RDD, Dataframe and Dataset in Apache Spark. Let's discuss what is RDD. So abbreviation for the RDD is Resilient Distributed Dataset. It's a fundamental data structure of Apache Spark. It is distributed collection of data capable of storing partitioned data across all the nodes in the cluster, which means the data in the RDD it is available across all the nodes in the cluster, which is partitional format, and it's immutable and parallel processing. As we know, the immutable in the sense it's not modifiable. Once the data is in the RDD, we can't do modify the existing data. So still the RDD available in Spark 3.2 and DataFrame and Dataset are built on top of the RDD. So it won't impose to use the schema. So with the help of RDD, we can handle unstructured data files like .txt file, .pdf file, .documents, and etc. Let's see how to create syntax. In Scala, so as usual, we have to create the Spark conf, and later we have to create a Spark context. And just I have created the array of vehicle companies like Ford, Honda, Toyota, BMW, Tesla, Jaguar, and Mitsubishi. So I just converting it to the parallelize with the help of parallelize method in Spring cost for context. And later, if you want to see all the data in the RDD, we have to go for the for each. Let's see how to create the same thing in Java. And similar to Scala, they're the same procedure. The only difference in so here we have to go for the Java Spark context, not a Spark context. And so there we use RDD. So here we use for Java RDD. And same similar Spark context for parallelized data. And just to do for each, if you want to do, I'll take the data in the RDD. Let's discuss about data frame. So it was introduced in Spark 1.3 to overcome the issues in RDD, but the data frame it extends RDD only. So distributed collection of data capable of storing partitioned data across all the nodes in the cluster. The data is grouped into named columns and similar to tables in the relation database, which means the data in the data frame which is available across all the nodes in the cluster, but which is grouped into named columns. So just similar to how the data which is in relational database tables, like there is a column name which have the similar data types and similar data. This kind of data is available in our data frame, and as it is also immutable and parallel processing. It is imposed to use the schema. So with the help of that data frame, we can handle structured and semi-structured data. So which mean so if we have created on in a relational database, if we have created any column, if integer data type in the sense across all the fields, all the values in the particular column, it should be integer. If any other fields, if you try to insert, it throw error, right? Just similar to that, it follow the same structure. And so with the help of the data frame, we can handle structured and semi-structured data. So the semi-structured data like JSON is one of the best example. Let's see how to create a data frame in Scala and Java. So in Scala, we can create different ways to create the data frame, but here I have created with a Spark session. So Spark session dot builder data name dot creator getter create, and so here I go to read some JSON file, and there is a 2df method function. With the help of that, just converting into the data frame. And later, so here, if we want to add any column name, we can add. So it's optional only, so it's not a mandatory. Similar to the Scala, Java also same procedure. The only thing, so the object only. So here we can see val spark, but here you see Spark session spark. So the object creation and nothing else much difference. Let's see the data set. So it introduced in 2.0 and it extend RDD and data frame. It imposed to use the schema. With the help of the data set, we can handle structured and semi-structured data. It's just similar to the data frame. As I said, it's extend RDD and data frame. So data first Dataset is fast as compared with the DataFrame and RDD. Dataset also immutable and parallel processing, and a distributed collection of data capable of storing partitioned data across all the nodes in the cluster, and data grouped into named column and similar to tables in the relational database, which is nothing but similar to RDD and DataFrame. The data is in the dataset, which is available across all the nodes in the cluster, which is in the grouped name column. During the compile time, the compiler will check the data type of all the fields in the dataset, so it's a type check. So, but in a data frame, it won't check the data type of the fields in a data frame. But in a dataset, the compiler will check the data type of all the fields. So it's a type safe. So, and with the help of the dataset, so we can read, we can handle structured and semi-structured data, as I said. So the structured data, something like Apache Avro, Parquet, CSV file, TSV file, and these are all the structured file examples. And the semi-structured file examples like JSON is the best one. Okay, so let's see how to create a dataset in Scala and Java. So in Scala, so we have to create the Spark session builder happening, and we have to read the file, and it is so show is available in show function is available in dataset. Just it will show the data in the dataset. It is in them like so how we see that data in the table in relational database. So like column name and this column. So just similar to that we can see, and in Java also just similar.
Thanks for watching. Please let us know if you have doubts or clarification in the comment section.